I had heard, I mean, because I checked with Roc Nation, and they said that there is something in progress, but they didn't really confirm it. So are you back on Roc Nation now or no?
You know, it's in progress. No, but it's done. The situation is done.
Okay, so you're on Roc Nation now.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I mean, how does it feel to be back with Jay-Z again?
It's great, man. It's amazing, man. You know, definitely a blessing at this point in my career to have another shot at this high level. You know, it's definitely a blessing.
Well, I think the one thing that I really respect about Jay is that, I mean, you see certain artists, if they beef with someone, the beef is forever. You know, to the grave, it doesn't matter, whatever. But Jay, first he signed Nas to Def Jam. Mm-hmm. And then most recently he signed Fat Joe and Jim Jones to Roc Nation.
You know, like, that's why, as far as the Jay and the Nas thing, that's why I feel like Jay won. Because he signed him to Def Jam after, you know what I mean? Power move. Not to take nothing from Nas, a lot of love for Nas, but that definitely was a power move in my eyes.
Yeah, and now, you know, fast forward to 2017, Fat Joe and Jim Jones.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you know, the Fat Joe thing was kind of more subtle, but the Jim Jones thing was completely straightforward.
Yeah.
Jim Jones talked a lot of shit about Jay. Jay took a few shots at Jim here and there, but like the fact that he could put that aside and say, you know something, business-wise, this makes sense, like, psh.
Yeah, Jay's a tremendous businessman. He calculated, very smart.
You know, so Freeway, you're a longtime Muslim. Mm-hmm. Were you born as a Muslim or converted?
No, I converted when I was like 12 or 13.
Okay. So the majority of your life you've been a Muslim?
Yes.
Being in America right now and the whole Trump Muslim ban and everything else like that, like, how does that make you feel as a Muslim?
I mean, it's definitely fucked up what's going on, you know, with the Muslim ban and everything. I just think people have a bad understanding of Islam, you know, and us as Muslims, the best thing that we can do is show people a good example of what a good Muslim is. You know, and that's what I try to do to the best of my ability. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm still successful to this day, because of how I interact with people and how I treat people. And all those things come from Islam.
Okay. So, you know, recently you had a situation where Syria was bombed by the U.S. What a lot of people are talking about, which is kind of interesting, is that Trump bombed Syria to protect the citizens of Syria from gas attack, and yet he won't allow citizens from Syria to come into the U.S.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's one of the countries banned from entering the U.S. Does it bother you?
Well, I mean, most definitely. It definitely bothered me, you know, knowing that we got Muslim brothers and sisters suffering all over the world, you know, it's definitely an issue. You know, and I feel it's stronger in the United States than I do anywhere else. Like when I travel to other countries, they embrace Islam and they accept Islam. You know, it'd be Muslim people that work at the airport, show us a lot of love, you know, everywhere. Like London.
That's Europe, yeah. That's
Europe, you know, Africa, you know.
Yeah. You know, and Philly's sort of like a real center for Muslim people.
Yeah. We have a prominent Islamic community in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, because for example, I've interviewed a Arab.
The modern day, whatever religion you want, that's not how they was, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not how Jesus lived, it's not how Noah lived, it's not how Moses lived. In our religion, we gotta live like them. Mm-hmm. Jesus, we gotta live like Jesus. We gotta live like Moses, we gotta live like Noah, we gotta live like Abraham, we gotta live like Muhammad, we gotta live like these people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't live like America, you know what I'm saying? That's why we break down on that. So that's how we supposed to live and how we supposed to, you know, so.
Yeah.
It all come back to that, but in Philly, that's what it is. Now, you're not gonna see them. You're rarely gonna see a person who really doing what they supposed to do. So you can't really judge it off that. Like, man, this how he's Muslim. He just ain't going around. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, man, this boy sell drugs to shoot people. You can't base our religion off of this dude. That was off of me. You know what I'm saying? Probably nowhere near the best Muslim. You know what I'm saying? But I know what's going on. You know what I mean? That's first. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I think about. Second. All I think about is heaven and hell, man. That's all I think about.
We died dead. We in a bad position.
That's all I think about.
If I die right now, I believe in my religion. I'm in a bad predicament,
state,
man.
Yeah, most definitely. When you die, you want your good deeds to outweigh your bad deeds. You know, so what I do personally is I try to do as much good as I can. You know, because I know I did a lot of negative things when I was younger, you know, and nobody's perfect. You know, we all sinners, but the best of us is those who repent. I still do things that I'm not supposed to do, but I pray 5 times a day. I never miss a prayer, you know. I try to give back as much as I can. I give tzedakah. Tzedakah is charity. I give charity when I can. You know, I go to schools and talk to kids. Even the morning quotes that I send out every morning, kind words to encourage your day, that helps. That's a form of charity, you know. So I try to do as much good as I can personally, so when I die, my good deeds outweigh my bad deeds.
Yeah, man. I mean, I really hope that something changes, because I just feel like under Trump, there's so much divisiveness when it shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta understand, like,
Trump shot out. Trump crazy. We all know that. Like,
not even just towards Muslims. Trump just shout out to everybody.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand, like, when I was a kid, I grew up as a Russian kid named Vlad during the height of the Cold War. You know what I'm saying? When you know how things are a little tense with Russia right now?
Yeah.
Right.
It was 1,000 times worse. Like when I was growing up, this was like when people thought there really was going to be a nuclear war.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, because, you know, the whole Bay of Pigs thing happened in Cuba where a nuclear war almost started.
Wow.
You know,
yeah.
I grew up on the tail end of that, where it was like, you know, there was movies on TV called The Day After that showed what to do when a nuclear bomb hits. And, you know what I'm saying? People really thought at a certain point that Russia and the U.S. was going to, you know, destroy each other. And here I am named Vlad, the only Russian kid in my whole area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I got it. I understand what it's like to be persecuted just by something you can't control, just the way you were born or the beliefs that you have.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't want the U.S. to go back to that type of shit.
Nah, not at
I
all.
don't need it.
No, I don't think nobody do.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, we definitely need to try our best to get it together, man, because it's crazy.
Yeah. On Freeway, you originally were supporting Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
But then you moved to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Was there a reason?
Yeah, Bernie was out the race.
Oh, okay. So at that point.
Yeah, at that point, you know, and some of the people that I was dealing with at Bernie Sanders camp, you know, directed us to Hillary camp. And the main reason why I was supporting Hillary is because of the health care. You know, I went through the situation in 2015 where I had kidney failure. I'm still on dialysis. I do dialysis 3 times a week, 4 hours a day. I had dialysis the day before I came to New York.
Thanks.
And you know, just the health system and healthcare in general is so important. You know, there's so many people. You'll be surprised when I came out with my story how many people in the hood are affected by what I'm going through, or they might have some other ailments and they can't even get proper treatment because they don't have health care.
Yeah, and I mean, before Obamacare, you had pre-existing conditions. So let's just say you got diagnosed that you were sick, you went to go get health insurance, and they say, well, we can't pay for that. You already had that before you joined up.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
So you're just going to have to die. So, you know, unless you're a millionaire.
Yeah, it's basically what they saying in a good way.
And imagine back then, how many people just checked out because of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's people in the hood that won't even go, like they get sick, they don't even go to the doctors because they don't got health care.
Right.
Yeah.
They just try to fight it out, you know?
Yeah. But here's the thing about Hillary, though. Like me and Boosie did an interview yesterday. We talked about this. Her husband put more black people in jail than any other president.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So the 3-strike rule.
Yeah.
You had people that got caught up in it?
Yeah, most definitely. Everybody in the inner city had people that got caught in that. You know, it's affecting a lot of people.
Okay. So how do you turn around and go from that to voting for Hillary Clinton?
Well, where I'm at in my life, I'm in a different space than I was back then when all that was going on. And you know, I looked at the positivity in what I was doing. You know, I was going around spreading my story, telling my story to the people to first and foremost encourage people, you know, and to show people that what I'm going through is not a death sentence. You know, you still could live a productive life having kidney failure. And then the other thing that I was doing was, you know, trying to spread awareness about healthcare because it affects so many people in the community. And it's people that don't even have nothing to do with the streets, the people that's in the streets. And it still affects people that's in the streets, you know, so I took the good with the bad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, the black community didn't really vote, period, this time around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they didn't vote like we didn't vote like we should have.
Yeah, I can attest to that because I was out there, you know.
And a lot of the ones that did vote for Hillary, it's just like if you got 2 swimming pools and the only option we have is to get to the other side. If this pool is full of sharks and this pool only got 1 shark, then a lot of people just chose the lesser evil and said, all right.
Or they just didn't go to the pool, man.
Or they just didn't go to the pool.
They didn't put on their swimsuit.
That hurt even worse too by not voting at all.
Yeah, no, me and Scarface had a conversation about this, how he basically felt like, you know, black people didn't have a dog in the fight.
I agree.
Yeah, man, sad. So what's next for y'all? I mean, you got your EP coming out.
My single for my next project, New God MC, drops May 1st. And then right after that, I'm putting out another project called La Vide, which is The Void. And then right after that, I'm dropping my debut project, Free Del. And it's for the mass incarcerated and the loved ones of the mass incarcerated. And it's dedicated to my brother and the lifers.
A lot of projects.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be a step ahead. You gotta be, into 2018. So.
Yep. Now, Freeway, what about you?
I'm getting ready to drop this mixtape project, Forever Free Planet 2. And then I'm finishing up my first debut album on Roc Nation. So we're going to come with that probably in the next 2 or 3 months.
Wait. You're finishing up your album on Roc Nation.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
okay.
Right?
Scalito, you heard it?
Yeah, that's an amazing feeling.
So Just Blaze is on it?
He will be on it.
Will be on it? Kanye?
I ain't really been communicating with Kanye lately. I'm gonna reach out to him though, but I don't know about this first project, but I'm definitely gonna get some more stuff done with Kanye.
State Property?
I'm gonna have some of the brothers on there.
Okay. Meek Mill?
I ain't do nothing with Meek yet for this project, but I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. I just gotta reach out to him.
Because Meek Mill's on Roc Nation, right?
I think he is on Roc Nation management.
Management, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I mean, he's on MMG, I know that, but I'm saying it's all in the same family.
Yeah, Meek my man, so, we ain't never had no issues, so I'm pretty sure if I reach out to him with the record, he'll do it for me.
I think the two of y'all together, I mean, because you guys have never done a record together?
Yeah, we did a couple records together.
Okay. Back in the day. Okay. All right, man. Well, shit. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm a fan.